Hello everyone. So on Friday evening, I purchased another Enid Blyton collection. It is a 3-in-1 book. However, it's not a sequel to this collection. And I was expecting it to be around the same size as this. I was totally gobsmacked today, just moments ago, when I opened my box to see this gigantic beast. Look at this. So this is the Magic Faraway Tree collection. 3-in-1, as it says on this reflective sticker. Um, Originally, I wasn't going to purchase this. Let me tell you why. When I was searching for books on Amazon, I saw this was going on special. It's still going on special as of this recording. And just 50% off. That's fantastic, phenomenal. And I was thinking of getting it, but then I was like, let me just do some swift research on how many books there are in this series. Turns out there's 4, and I was wondering why isn't the 4th one just connected to this. And I was searching for a new copy of the 4th book, but I could not find it. And I was thinking, okay, this is strange. I saw on a different online store that they do have a 7-book collection. It features 4 of the Magic Faraway Tree books and 3 of the Magic Wishing Chair books. And that was just slightly out of my budget, but I was thinking, you know what, I'll save that up for Christmas, you know. But turns out that the 4th book, I did some extra digging, and the 4th book is more of a picture book, and I think it is a sequel. I don't know how imperative of a sequel it is, but regardless, it's really hard to find a new copy of the 4th book. But anyways, the 4th book is just more picture, and you know, apparently there's just a couple of sentences per each picture. That's what I've read. So yeah, anyways, I was like, okay, you know what, I guess it's safe to purchase this. And yeah, it is. So this isn't the only book I want to show you guys, but anyways, so it arrived like this, by the way. So it is a new copy, so but disappointed in seeing this little smudge mark. I'm guessing that wherever they were keeping it in the warehouse, it possibly was, you know, you could say a bit inky at the bottom. There's also this little toe over here. Yeah, that's not from me. But anyways, I'm happy that I got it. As you can see, it has this really lovely art style. I think it's cute. Basically, I think it's from the same illustrator. I haven't checked, but as you can see, the art style is practically similar. And you know, when you search for the older versions of these books, you come across these really realistic covers, and I really wish they still sold most of the realistic versions, because those covers were just so gorgeous and beautiful. You know, I like these covers, yes, but obviously when you see the real stuff, like the realistic portraits and stuff, it looks so beautiful. And I think for the Famous 5 collection, you can buy them, and even for the single Famous 5 books, you know, you can purchase them. And even the 3-in-1 Famous 5 books, you can actually find the realistic old covers. So yeah, but I just kind of wish they kept them, you know, for these ones, you know. I mean in the sense of like, you could say, keeping them just so people can make the decision which version they can choose from. But anyways, I like this cover. So okay, don't know that much about this, and I'm not going to waste time reading the synopsis right now, because we have to move on talking about another book. So I did a video on this book on my second channel, and I was going to do a follow-up, but here we go. Taliesin, The Pendragon Cycle, Book 1. So I've been following the Pendragon Cycle TV series news for some time, even made a bunch of videos on this show on my second channel. And let me just say that the teaser trailer looks phenomenal, and they spent so much time, energy, love, passion, dedication into that show. So that's fantastic. So basically, it's a retelling of the of the um, King Arthur myth, but obviously it mixes up, this series mixes up some other myths as well, and kind of connects it together. Now, I've only read like 100 and something pages so far, and I've just read a couple pages today in the morning. So yeah, it's pretty cool book. This is the mass paperback edition. That's why it's so small. There is the normal paperback edition, and it has less pages, but I just can't find a cheaper copy. And I remember when I saw this, the mass paperback version on Amazon, from what I saw, was this cover, and then the original paperback was the very old cover. I'm sure they have regular paperbacks in this cover, but it was not on Amazon when I checked. Maybe it was not on my Amazon. Maybe it's available on other Amazons. But anyways, this is a very interesting series, and it is my first Arthurian legend. So yeah, that's kind of cool. As you can see, this is my my bookmark. Okay, and we have one more book. I've only read just a small pinch of the story. This is The Godfather. Can't believe I messed that up. Okay, so it does have that reflective sticker. Even the title is reflective. Wow. So I've just read a couple pages in, and wow, that's pretty interesting. What I've read so far is really cool, and it's been a couple of weeks since I've just read this book, and my plan was to read this and the Pendragon Cycle just together, but it's really difficult. It's really difficult. You have to make time for one of them, and I was expecting to make time for all of them. It's really difficult. On top of that, I was even trying to finish up the Return of the King. So yeah, a lot of books. Anyways, that's just all the new books I purchased so far. There were some other books too I was going to check out, so let me show you. Okay, so I was tempted on purchasing this book set because it was going 50% off. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. But then there's so many other book sets that feature like a lot more books, and I was thinking, you know what? If you get this, that means you have to buy the rest of the books individually. And I mean, that's fine and all, but sometimes they may be a bit more pricey, and sometimes it's just best to buy all in one, or most of them in one. I don't know how many books there are in this series though. Anyways, moving on. Okay, so I was also thinking of buying another Enid Blyton book, and I would say one of these bumper stories. And I just kept thinking, you know what? I think one book is enough for now. But there are a lot of these bumper stories, in other words, 30 or some like 20 something in one, that is really, really good to have, because you have this full collection of it. And then you even have this book, which I was also thinking of getting, and this is 50% off, and that's just phenomenal. Now the hardcover is pretty pricey, but the regular paperback is just okay. And there's also Charlotte's Web that was going on special, like just really cheap. I was thinking of getting that. So yeah, there's a lot of books that's going on special. Apparently it's their early Black Friday special. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me just say that yeah, I have a lot of books, and I was also thinking, as I was like just contemplating whether I should get this or not. I don't have enough space. I really don't have enough space for all of my books. I don't have proper shelves. I mean, the shelves I have it's like more of a desk kind of shelves. It's slightly higher than my desk, and it's most of them are full anyways, and you can't really make your book stand on that. So anyways, I would really like to have different types of shelves, but right now I don't have those shelves. So yeah, it's going to be hard to find place for another large book. But anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. Have a wonderful day. Bye.